On December 25, 2021, NASA, along with the European and Canadian space agencies, launched the James Webb Telescope into space. The mission of this project was to find the first galaxies that formed in our universe, and the cost of the project was around $10 billion. But the question is, why is the world heavily spending on space science? How does space exploration benefit the economy? Let's find out. The world already benefits enormously from space technology, particularly in terms of communications, location services, Earth observation, and government-funded space-related commercial activities. According to Morgan Stanley's prediction, the space economy could be a $1.1 trillion industry by 2040. With over 2,000 commercial space companies, including those developing communication satellites, orbital launch vehicles, lunar and Mars rovers, orbital habitats, space manufacturing platforms, and space greenhouses, the world's commercial space capabilities are rapidly expanding beyond our satellite industry, which brought in over $277 billion in global revenues last year. Governments from all across the world have increasingly collaborated to carry out complicated space missions, proving the capacity of international collaborations to boost space successes. The achievements have been tremendous, and space systems continue to fuel research and innovation, support world-class science, provide important services, and are an integral part of the everyday lives of ordinary people. Sending humans and robots beyond low Earth orbit, LEO, and securing long-term access to space exploration destinations such as the Moon, asteroids, and Mars are among some of the goals and ambitions for future space exploration. However, going into space is very expensive. Hundreds of billions of dollars have already been invested in the development of human space transportation and habitation systems, with possible use in future space-based sectors, including tourism and resource extraction. So you must be thinking, is space science actually beneficial, or is it just another drain on the economy? And the answer is, it is actually beneficial. Without space exploration, space scientists and engineers who surmounted previous obstacles could not have predicted all of the applications of their achievements on Earth. The past record gives strong confidence that the investments in space exploration had positive impacts not only for the present generations, but for future generations as well. For more than 50 years, human activity in space has created societal benefits as well as economic benefits that have improved the quality of life on Earth. For example, in 1973, the US Department of Defense launched a project called the Global Positioning System, also known as NAVSTAR GPS. The aim of the project is to provide geolocation and time information to receivers anywhere on Earth, and the total cost of the project was around $12 billion. At first, the Global Positioning System, known as GPS, was used by the US Department of Defense, but later, in 1983, President Ronald Reagan authorized the use of GPS for commercial purposes. Now it is widely being used by commercial airlines, logistics, oil and gas transportation, food delivery, farming, and law enforcement. According to the International Research Triangle Institute, GPS has generated roughly $1.4 trillion in economic benefits since it was made available for commercial use in 1983. And it was clear from the beginning of spaceflight that space exploration was an effective motivator for basic research and technology. From the early satellites in 1957, designed to investigate the space environment and test initial capabilities in Earth orbit, gathering crucial knowledge and data about the Sun, Earth, and other space bodies, to the spacecraft flying to Pluto in 2015, all were major milestones in the history of space exploration. Furthermore, partnerships and capabilities developed through space exploration create new opportunities for addressing global challenges. Enhanced global alliances and exploration skills may enhance international awareness for defending the Earth from catastrophes such as asteroid strikes, promoting collaborative research on space weather, and protecting spacecraft by creating new space debris removal methods and techniques. Space exploration knowledge and understanding may also aid and support in the implementation of practices that encourage ecologically sustainable growth. Let's have a look at the potential benefits of space exploration or space visits, as well as the historical impacts. There are two types of potential gains from space exploration: direct and indirect. The generation of scientific information, the transmission of innovation, and the creation of markets, the inspiration of people all over the world, and agreements established between governments involved in exploration are all direct benefits of space exploration. Indirect potential benefits include tangible improvements in quality of life, such as increased economic prosperity, health, environmental quality, safety, and security over time. They also include intangible philosophical benefits, like better knowledge and new views on humanity's individual and collective place in the universe. Now, if we talk about the historical impacts or the innovation in science and technology, name a technology that has been developed in the last 30 years. Its origins are most likely linked to the space program. So, pretty much everything that has been gained, the space exploration has a huge value attached to it. Many of the products we use today are derived from space exploration programs. The entire program's budget is spent on Earth, and the money spent is used and recycled in the form of global benefits. Take, for example, the solar storm of 1859. At the time, it blew out the entire communication network with the help of telegraph machines. After that, there's satellite communication. Without space satellites, rockets, and experts who understand how to construct space technology, none of your cell phones would work. Satellite communications can help link the world's 49% of unconnected people. Satellites are frequently used by governments around the world for secure communication. For disaster assistance and effective logistics, Earth observation imagery, navigation, and satellite communications are essential. Each year, satellites employed for weather prediction almost definitely save hundreds of lives by issuing public storm warnings. As for the future, we're considering exploring space mining as a new business that promises minerals that aren't found anywhere else on the globe. There's no way that would ever be a thought without space technology, and there's no way to comprehend the advantages. Physicians and medical researchers can observe the internal dynamics of a person's anatomy and physiology using CAT scans and MRI scanners. They weren't created in a lab or a hospital, though. It was actually NASA scientists that first used digital signal processing to create computer-improved photographs of the moon during the numerous Apollo missions. This invention served as the foundation for today's CAT scans and MRI machines. Moreover, it is important to mention the invention of video games and virtual realities. Some may believe it was created in a room full of video game programmers, but virtual reality was created by NASA engineers at the Ames Research Center. Scientists created sophisticated human interfaces for NASA's teleoperations that would come to be known as virtual reality there in 1984. Today, that basic discovery is still driving innovation. New ways are required to meet the new problems. Space exploration will continue to be a key driver for unlocking new scientific and technological domains, prompting other industries to collaborate with the space industry on collaborative research and development. This will provide direct benefits to Earth in sectors like materials, power production and energy storage, recycling and waste management, advanced robotics, health and medical, transportation, engineering, computing and software, and advanced robotics. In addition to that, advancements required for space exploration, such as miniaturization, will continue to inspire improvements in other space systems and services, resulting in higher performance and relatively cheap costs. As a result, better services on Earth will be provided, as well as a higher return on investment in institutional as well as commercial space activities. Furthermore, the reality is that, as our civilization evolves, we recognize that Earth is part of a wider solar neighborhood, and it would be irresponsible to suppose that comprehending our solar system will not be critical to our current political and economic situation, let alone our future. In the long run, the knowledge gained through several missions and the expansion of human presence into the solar system would help people acquire perspective on the fragility and rarity of life in the universe, as well as humanity's achievements, potential, and destiny. So, space exploration is not just another economic drain. Instead, space exploration has sparked a new economic development of outer space, which continues to produce substantial returns on investment in space year after year. Early space activities undoubtedly widened our economic realm, which currently includes low Earth orbits up to geostationary distances. Private projects have recently been initiated to expand the economic sphere to include the Moon, asteroids, and even Mars. Furthermore, private firms that are increasingly investing in space exploration are researching ways to make space exploration more affordable and reliable, and hence more sustainable and profitable, which ultimately helps in creating new chances for job creation and economic growth. Possibilities for enhancing the economic development of space driven by private sector investments are created by developing reliable space exploration systems that incorporate human decision-making, troubleshooting, and flexibility. For example, New ways to service in space infrastructure for applications and science purposes can be envisaged. Now, you must have heard about other forms like space economy and space tourism. Let's define it. The whole spectrum of activities and the use of resources that create value and benefits for human beings in the course of exploring, researching, comprehending, managing, and using space was termed as the space economy. The space economy is growing and becoming more global, owing to the proliferation of government space programs around the world, the proliferation of commercial actors and value chains, long-term digitalization trends, and the emergence of new space systems. Now, if we talk about space tourism, it is a concept of ordinary citizens visiting space as a tourist attraction, at a pace not seen before. Elon Musk's SpaceX, space exploration technologies, Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin, and Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic are all pushing forward in space technology, particularly space tourism, with their respective goals. Space tourism proponents argue that they don't yet know what benefits coming to space for enjoyment may bring. However, both in space and on Earth, space tourism will be profitable. According to a number of economists, worldwide space tourism might reach $1.7 billion by 2027. In the expanding space tourist industry, this would result in a considerable number of new jobs and capacities. Yet there's a long way to go before space tourism becomes a viable, broad industry that more people can afford. So, in light of this discussion, what are your views? Do you think that space programs are unnecessarily expensive and do not have global economic advantages? Share your views in the comments section below. And if you found this video informative and enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button, as we frequently upload such informative videos. Thank you for watching.